Hello, hello. Let me know if you can hear me okay. Hello, can you all hear me? Great, great, great. Hey, sis. How are you? Did you get your book? Get the book to give to your friend? Donna. No, you're the only one. Even though in Texas got theirs. Oh, Lordy. I will look at the tracker and see if what it says. So let me write that down. Ah, okay. Tell him to have an awesome time, and we sure hate that we couldn't go with him. He probably like, yeah, right. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and get started so that I can be mindful of everyone's time. I want to say thank you for joining me. If this is your first time joining, please drop your name and where you're calling or where you're viewing from. If it's your time, if you're returning, I want to say thank you for coming back and showing up for me. I truly appreciate it. And today we're going to get started with what the episode is about. And it's you don't need the whole plan, you just need the next step. You don't need the whole plan, you just need the next step. So, um, what's one dream you've been holding because you felt you needed the whole plan? Hey, Jennifer, that's my big sis. How are you? So, tonight's topic is you don't need the whole plan, you just need the next step. So, and the question was, what's one dream you've been holding because you felt you needed the whole plan? So, drop it in there, drop it in there, drop it in there. For me, holding because I felt I need the whole plan. Um, I guess I get what do they call it? Information constipation. And I always feel like I have to have A through Z all together before I can even just start with A and B. And I'm learning through this season of my life that I don't have to have the whole thing together, and it's okay to start where I'm at. And as long as I'm honoring my word to myself, that's what's most important. Hey, Harriet. I hope you had a wonderful birthday and welcome, welcome. Um, so that's my thing. And one of the things that I keep was putting off was one, doing the live and um, having a coach that kind of encourages you, but also kicks you in the hiney, so is what I needed. And basically to tell me, Roxanne, you don't have to have everything in order to get started. So for you all, what's that one thing that you've been dreaming, but you've been holding because you felt you needed the whole plan? It could be, I don't know. You said you were gonna write a book. Have you thought of even the title? Maybe you said you were gonna, you know, run a 5K. Have you even skipped around the track to prepare for it? Um, what are some other things that people um, have dreams of, but they hold back because they feel like they need the whole kit and caboodle? What about you all? What are you all holding, or what have you been dreaming about but holding because you felt like you needed the whole plan? Become a photographer. That's a good one. That's a great one. And photography is so much fun. I actually love photography. And when I talk about information constipation, that's one of those things. Like, I took a photography class, got a certification and everything. And I was like, oh, this was fun. Learned about aperture and all the things, Jewel. and yeah, you want to know what my camera is? My phone. So it's not like I don't know what to do. I just feel like I need this one more thing. I don't know what that one more thing is, but and Jennifer go back to school to finish my degree. And there you have it. I'm like 4 credits away from having my bachelor's. So why haven't I finished? Mm-hmm. No good reason. Um, I guess at some point in time I was like, do I really need to spend all that money for, yeah. My husband talks about it all the time. Roxy, where is your associates? I was like, do I really need it up there on that wall? You're doing great with all of your accolades. I'm fine with that. Completing your master's. I know that's right. So why haven't you completed it, Donna? Hmm? So I challenge you all that whatever you're writing here, um, write it down. That can be one of those goals that you have, one of those visions that you have that you're actually going to start. Make a promise to yourself. And then, do you break promises to yourself? If you do, we're going to stop that. Starting it, right? Writing a book and opening independent living residence for women and children. That's nice. Hey, Retta. So Retta is one of my long time friends as well. Um, she knew me when I was pregnant with Tiffany. So that's how far we go back. So I'm so excited because she's always doing her own um, things on YouTube and stuff. So hey, Retta, I'm so excited that you're here. And what we're talking about is you don't need the whole plan, you just need the next step. And the question that I asked everybody was, what's one dream you've been holding because you felt you needed the whole plan? So everybody's got some really, really good ones. That's awesome. So we just need to figure out, you know, what's holding us back. Write it down, make it plain, and then, pray over it. It's always a good option. Pray over it. And like I asked once before, what would you do if you could not fail? It's kind of the same thing with those things that let yourself, you held yourself from doing. Um, what I shared was when I stopped waiting for the whole plan is starting this live. There's really no reason why other than I just didn't have, I don't know, we all have something about ourselves we don't like. Me, I feel like I sound like Minnie Mouse. So I've never been a big fan of public speaking or getting on videos and things of that nature. Even when I listen to my own voicemail messages, I'm like, whoo, girl, you need that little bass to that voice. But it is what it is. That's my voice. That's who I am. So here I am at my 10th episode, and I'm so excited that you all are here to share it with me. Hey, Kathy, getting started on monetizing content on Substack. Yep, we said this was our year to do it, and going live on your channel. Come on, Coretta, let's do it. Let's do it, do it. If I can do this, I know you can do it. As amazing as you are as teaching about, cricket and all those things, I know you can do it. And then Harry said, my voice is horrible. You sound great. Well, thank you. And I don't see anything wrong with yours. I was made fun of growing up saying I sound like Donald Duck. So where they at now, Jules? Because I'll go find them. Where they at now? So we all have something that, we think we need to do something or sound different or be different or look different or walk different. But is it really that big of a deal? We're uniquely made. So he didn't make any mistakes when he created us, right? So, um, and then does anyone else want to share a personal moment when you were waiting for everything to be clear and how you took the next step anyway? Anybody? Anybody? I have no clue. They were spoiled jerks. Now I get asked if I'm from New York and New Jersey. Okay. I'm gonna have to call Tiff one day so I can, because I think I've heard you talk to you briefly for a minute, but I just don't remember. And I know I don't remember seeing you when we came down there last year. So, anybody share a personal moment when you were waiting for everything to be clear and how you took a next step anyway? Yes, I will. My dad used to say, get from behind your own self. Well, that's a very, very, very true statement and thing we all need to do. Get out of our own ways, too, is another way of putting it. So for me, starting this live, um, what I learned and how it changed my perspective is that I can do anything I put my mind to, and it's not about what everybody else thinks. As I've said before, everyone else's opinion of me is their business. It's not mine. And it's just that, it's an opinion. And if I don't start somewhere, I'll be in the same spot that I was last year and the year before and the year before. And so again, I'm learning to honor the word that I tell myself. So just like getting up and going to the gym, I had fallen off big time, and no real good reason. I was a little busy latter part of last year, but what does that have to do with this year? Nothing. I just had not gotten back into my rhythm, but I said Saturday I was going hook or crook, and I did. And then um, I went Monday, and then I went to go today, but then I went later than I normally do, and they called me like, "Oh, Roxanne, we need you to." So, in any case, but I've determined that I'm going to keep the promises that I make to myself. So, and start small. At least you got to start somewhere, right? So, anyone else? When you stopped waiting for the whole plan? Any entrepreneurs on here besides myself? I know there are, at least. One, two, at least two that I see. I feel off two, but I had major reason. But I went with Tiff yesterday and did yoga meditation today. See? And how did you feel, Jules, after you finished? Probably amazing. And it's nothing wrong with falling off. It's just as long as you don't stay down. Baby steps. And I'm sure your health is improving because you've changed your mindset. And you gotta do what you gotta do to get back there, right? That's great. As long as you didn't let Tiffany guide your workout, she tries to kill you. Not literally, but whew, she gets turned into a little machine. She doesn't know where to stop. Stayed down for 3 years. It's okay, Jules. Again, you got up, didn't you? And that's what's most important is that you got back up. So, and then I just want to say that I have something special I want to, oh, she did, Kitty. I have something special I want to share with you all. So if you're here at the end of the live, you will get to see it. If not, you'll see it when it happens. So, but I'm sure you had a good workout and it felt good though, Jules. So that's what's most important. So, um, okay, making sure I didn't miss anything. Okay, so you don't need the whole plan. The whole plan is a myth. And same here, but I started walking again last week. Yay, Jennifer. Y'all, that's my big sister, Jennifer. So all of you all are on here are my sisters. I don't have any blood sisters, but I have love sisters, and that's what you all are to me. So, except for Jules, she's my newfound chickadee, aka daughter, and I think everybody else. Yep. So, what was I saying? Oh, so you don't need the whole plan. The whole plan is a myth. Why so many of us stay stuck in the someday zone. Clarity comes in motion, not before it. Focus on the next step, not the whole staircase. 3 ways to take your next step today. And what's one small step you could take this week to get unstuck? Just one. Just one. For me, I have several goals. So I've started the live, and I'm excited about that. And I can't share everything right at this moment because I do want you all to stick around to the end of the live if you're able for me to share what I'm excited about in my next phase. But one small step that I've decided I was going to do, especially on my workout journey and get back to it, is I used to get up at 4:30 because I have to take my medicine so that by 8 o'clock, if I want coffee and all that stuff, I can do it. So I'm going to, and I had gotten really good about when that alarm went off, get up. Just like Nike, just do it. So I'm going to get back to that. Hook or crook, I'm going to pull myself right on up out of the bed and get up so I can be out of here by 5:15 so that I'll be done with my meditations, my workout, my devotion. So by the time work starts, then have already gotten myself set up for the day and moving in the right direction, right? So here it says consistency. Okay, and what are you going to do to get that consistency or move towards that consistency, Harriet? And you don't have to tell me, but think about it, write it. So, because as long as it's up here, it's just a dream. But when you speak about it or write it, it becomes your reality and you see it. So, if you write it on a sticky note, like I've shared, post it in your mirror when you go to brush your teeth and you look up and you're like, oh gosh, I said that I was going to get ready for the day instead of lounging around in my pajamas until 6 o'clock. So, what is it, that one thing that you are going to do that you could start tomorrow, this week, to get started? or moving towards your goal. So, what would prevent you from starting whatever that next step is? What will prevent you from moving in the direction that you need to move in? For me, it's just self. No real. Don't have a good reason. Just that pillow and that bed just be hugging me, just keeping me nice and comfy. Just don't want to get out. Sometimes it takes me till 5 o'clock after I done hit the alarm about 3 times, but I'm gonna have to move it across onto the other dresser, so I actually have to get up to go and be able to turn it off. And if I get up, then I won't get back into bed. So, anybody? And you all can still hear me, right? Just want to make sure. It was a little glitchy earlier today, so I want to make sure that you all can still hear me. Here it says, in my own head, and keep pushing things to tomorrow. Okay. So how do you get out of your head though? What's that one small thing to get out of your head or help you to get out of your own way? Do you want me to start calling you at 7 o'clock? I don't even know what it is you're trying to do. What is it you're trying to do? Do you need a little accountability? Since I'm gonna be a I call you. Oh, there we are, and we're back. I don't know what, but hey T. And then it looks like I'm frozen on YouTube. Okay, I think I'm back. I think. I don't know. It's a little glitchy from this end, but hopefully it's coming back where you all can hear me and see me. Write things down in positive affirmations. That's a good start. Because whatever we tell our brain, that's what it believes. So if we start off and we start with, positivity in the morning, being grateful in the morning, or when you first get up, it I believe it does make a difference. You can always try it and see how you feel when you get up and get started, especially when you write things down. And sometimes I learned today that sometimes it's better to do some of those things that relax you so much at night, so that the last thing you'll in your subconscious when you get ready to go to sleep, the last thing that you remember is writing down your gratitude. If you have a gratitude journal, writing that in there. You're in your phone, it won't allow you to post. Oh, okay. Darn technology hasn't caught up with everything. But hey, cuz, um, is that if you write down or read scripture at night, or that one thing that helps you to de-stress, if you do it at night before you go to sleep, that'll be the last thing you think about versus the rest of the day or during the day, or what activity you have to do in the morning. Um, Evidently, it's proven that works to help you kind of clear your mind before you go to sleep, and that you sleep well. And I just noticed that says She Still Shines Live, episode 9. Okay, we know it's episode 10. Um, but see, everything's in line to be perfect. I'm still gonna keep moving, right? So, so Harriet says write things down, and so that's an awesome thing to do. Any positive affirmations? Do you have your affirmations up somewhere, Harriet, or do you look at them on your phone, or where do you get your affirmations from? It's episode 10. You're in the right one. That's what I just mentioned, that I just realized it says live 9, but it is 10. So you're in the right one. And Maisha said, I have developed a schedule of self-care items for me to do each day as a next step. Well, that's cool. Can you share one of those self-care items that you do to prepare you for the day? On the math mirror and on my phone. Okay, okay. Because that's what they say. You have to put it somewhere you're going to see it. So, like, sometimes journal in the morning. That's good. That's good. Speaking of journal, have you printed off your reflection guide yet? And done anything with that? I'm just saying, I think it's a pretty good tool. No more coffee, you're drinking tea. Okay, that's a good one. That's a really good one. And if they told me I had to give up sugar, I probably would drink no more coffee. I'm not drinking black coffee. I have no desire. But I'll drink tea. You printed yours off tea? Cool. Very good, very good. So, and those that may have just joined, we're talking about, yes, this is episode 10. You don't need the whole plan, you just need the next step. And I'm asking everybody, well, I asked, what's one dream you've been holding because you felt you needed the whole plan? So that's something to think about. And then I said, when I stopped waiting for the whole plan and asked everyone what they think would happen or what happened when they stopped waiting for the whole plan, and shared what happened, for me, i.e., here's the live, for that's for one. So, and then I said, you don't need the whole plan. Needing the whole plan is a myth. Why so many of us stay stuck in the someday zone is why you don't need the whole plan. Clarity comes in motion, not before it. And then focus on the next step, not the whole staircase. And then 3 ways you can take your next step today, to just jot them down. Put them in your journal or however you keep track of any daily activities that you have. So that's what we're talking about. And then I also asked, what's holding you back from taking your next step? So, let me see. T printed hers off. Maisha said yes, too much sugar. I don't drink any drinks with sugar. Well, I am so happy for you, Harriet. That is an awesome thing. I'm not even going to tell that tale out like that you, ugh. Mm-mm. I'm not as bad with sugar as I used to be because I could eat a Snickers for breakfast, lunch, and dinner and be good. But I'm not. I can do a lot better now. I eat food. When I was in school and danced, it was just something about eating too much or whatever. I would think that I would feel weird. So before we danced, for the football on the field, I would have me a Snickers bar probably about 20 minutes before I figured we were about to go. That would be it. When I used to run track, when we have a track meet, everybody else be eating full meals, sandwiches and chips and fries and all that stuff. And they're like, Roxanne, you want something? Nope. I eat my Snickers, have me some water. After I'm done with my races or my events, then I'll eat something when I know I don't have to get back up. That was just, it was mental, but it worked for me. So now I don't eat Snickers as much as I used to, but that was like my favorite candy. And it just helped me through high school, especially when I had to be there at 6. What time we had to be at school? I think we had to be at school at 6:45, 7 o'clock, because I was on drill team, so that was my first class, technically. So, but, wasn't running, wasn't dancing, wasn't playing softball, I wasn't doing nothing eating wise until after it was over. Had my Snickers, and call it a day. So, so back then in high school, I thought I was fine. I was still the thickest one, but I was fine. So, hmm, anyone else that, um, anything that's holding them back from taking their next step in anything? It could be starting your exercise up again. It could be taking a cooking class, or it could be cooking, period. Um, who knows? Cleaning your room. You got that one little spot in the house that you keep saying you're going to go through it, and it's 2 years later, it's still there. So, um, anything, any little step that you can do, just think about it. And if you journal, journal it, write it down, put it on a sticky note, and decide when you're going to take action on it. And remember, the whole plan doesn't have to just start. That's the biggest thing, is that we, as ladies, we want everything to be just right. Sometimes once you start taking those little steps, is when things start to progress. So, um, so what else? So, um, making sure I didn't miss anything or anybody. Anyone else have anything they want to share? Want to share? Okay, well, if not, um, so before I show you all what I'm working on and what you'll be able to do, um, so let's see. Well, we don't have any more comments to make sure. Um, this week, I will take your challenges, your weekly, I'm calling it our weekly joy challenge, is this week I will take one step towards something that matters to me, whatever that is. Taking that one step that matters. This week I will take one step towards something that matters to me. And again, write it down. If you have an accountability partner, make sure that they know what that one thing is. Share it. If you want to share it with me, of course, you all have my text. You can shoot me a text, shoot me a DM. But if nothing else, do it for yourself. But you will take one step towards something that matters to you, whatever that is. If you decide you're going to take, a bubble bath, light some candles, have glass of apple juice, except for Harriet, she doesn't drink sugar. So Harriet, you can have some. Um, what do you want? You want Pellegrino? So Harriet, you can have Pellegrino. Hey Tanya, I'm glad you joined. I'm so glad you're here. So yes, you can have water. So Tanya, I know you just joined, but I appreciate you coming on. And the topic for tonight, and yes, it's episode 10. I just realized towards the middle of this that I didn't change that. But it is episode 10. Yay! I'm so excited. You all just don't know. This was a challenge for me. But I made a commitment to myself and I stuck to it. Unsweetened tea. That's like drinking water. But I'm glad if that's what you like. If you like it, I love it. And thank you. Good, good. I'm glad you've been able to listen. So the She Still Shines challenge is write this sentence and then post it, share it, and keep it visible all week. This week, I will take one step towards something that matters to me. So, um, so I promised if you all stayed to the end, and if no one has anything else that they want to share or ask, I want to say again, this is my 10th episode, and I didn't think I was going to get past episode 1. So I'm excited about that. Yay! Even if I would have had to sit here and talk to myself, I did it. And I did it because I committed. So I'm truly, truly excited about that. So, and I'm excited for all of you all that have been supporting me and coming and pouring into me and giving me feedback on the topics. And I hope that um, it's been inspirational, that you've gotten something out of each week. Um, in case you didn't know or hadn't heard before, She Still Shines is something that I had come to the realization that when we go through things in life, um, we tend to shut down, or we fall back, or we go so far into ourselves that, and we think if we share our story, nobody wants to hear it. And that's not true. I learned that there are many people who have gone through something, whether it's a divorce, a breakup, children going to school, and so now they're empty nesters. Um, our parents passing away and things of those natures, but we will continue to survive. As a survivor of cancer, in September 30th will be 16 years. Woo, woo, woo. I'm truly excited about that because when my aunt passed from cancer, and they told me I had it, I just knew that was that was it. But I didn't stay there. Um, I persevered. I did everything the doctors told me. I leaned on my church family and all that. Um, and so the first 5 years afterwards, it was a struggle. I wouldn't put on a swimsuit. Um, I didn't do a whole lot of talking about it. But if someone needed encouragement, then they would come. They would send somebody. Oh well, she did amazing. She stayed positive. But in the background, not really. I felt alone and all that stuff. But um, now, 15 years going to 16 years later, I started talking and sharing and realized that I'm still shining, I'm still living, I'm still moving forward, I'm still progressing. And I'm sure there have to be other women out there, whatever their story is, that just need a place or where they can engage with other people that have gone through something, and they can see that you don't have to have it all together. Just start somewhere. And for me, that's where this live came from. So there are other things that I'm about to just continue to progress forward. But as I promised, and hopefully you all can see it, um, I have started a kind of what's it called? I wouldn't say a company, but I guess my movement. It's called the Roxy Legacy Project, and it's got like different tiers of and layers of things that I've been doing. But in saying that, I said when I got to my 10th episode that that was gonna be um, my answer or my uh, sign from God that I'm doing the right thing. I'm in the right place. So I am going to be, I don't know if you all can see it, but I'm going to have a shirt, a hat, and a mug. And those that have been showing up for me on my lives and things of that nature, I'm going to allow you all to pre-order um, once I get certified my vendor for doing them, and you all will get them at a special price. So I hope that you all will continue to stick around. Once I find somebody to help me do these, because I'm not doing them myself, um, then I will let you all know, and I will make sure that you get on to be able to order first before everyone else. So that's one of the many things that I am doing, and I just wanted to share that with those of you who have been showing me some love for this last 10 weeks. There were times when I was like, oh Lord, I just need to take a nap. I'm just not going to show up today. and something poked me. It's like, girl, if you don't get it, I don't care if you don't have an ounce of lipstick, makeup, lashes, nothing else. Just make sure your hair is combed. That's what my grandmother used to say. Just make sure your hair is combed, your face is clean, your teeth brushed. But you going to get on that camera today. So here I am. And again, I truly, truly appreciate you all. Appreciate all the support, even outside of here. And I just truly am blessed. So, um, thank you, Jennifer. And like I said, all of you on here that have been showing up have a special place in my heart. Um, and you all know it. So, let's see. Tanya says, I love you and proud of you. You've always been a great resource and inspiration. I read something that stood out and remained on my mind. Once you survive your experience. Okay. I like that, Tanya. So once you survive your experience, it no longer belongs to you. Amen. I like that. I like that. And it's so very, very true. So very, very true. Sometimes it's easier to encourage others and you need to encourage yourself. So, and that's what this She Still Shines is all about. Because I want you all to know, regardless of what you've been through, you still shine. And I love you for it. And I will continue to be here for each and every one of you. And I'm going to get ready to get off here before I start bubbling and needing tissues. So, but I hope you all have a wonderful evening. And I hope to see you next week. And once I get information for the merchandise, I will send you all an email, a text probably, um, so that I can get, so I can know how many I need to do a pre-order of, and then I will let you know when they're coming out. So hopefully within the next 3 to 4 weeks. I just need to again talk to the. I have one more vendor I need to talk to, and because I would love to see the mugs with the gold, with the rose gold inside, but if not, I'm fine. I'm fine with it as long as I get the writing and stuff that I want. But I love you all. You all have an amazing, amazing evening, and make sure that you remember, just you will take one step to do towards doing something that matters to you. All right. I love you all. Love you bunches. Much love. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Have a good evening. Love you. See ya.